Lars, first the Slovenia game. Your thoughts on the coming match?
Yeah, I expect a tough game. I mean, even if Slovenia is in the bottom of our group, they changed the coach. I think that was a good thing for the Slovenian team, that they played rather well against us, and it was a tough game. I would say it was a 50-50 game where two really great goals from Gylfi and good assist from Eider in the second goal was the decisive for the game. So even if we are at home now, I expect a very tough game.
We won the match in Slovenia. Does that help us having a win at this game?
It's very difficult to say. I mean, in a way, maybe Slovenia now comes and knows that they're playing a good team. I don't know if they underestimated us, but we will definitely not underestimate them. So we will talk about that a lot with the players, and when we train, that don't think that we have won this game because we won in Slovenia. So I expect a very tough game. So you never know the results, but it's always better to win anyway than to lose.
We're missing key players from this game. Gylfi and Johan are suspended. What change will you make of the squad for the game?
Yeah, of course we looked upon that. It's an interesting question now if we should rebalance the team a little bit. How shall we replace Gylfi's skills? I mean, we don't have the players with his skills. Johan did also a take a good part in the second half in the game, but it's Gylfi, of course, that is most difficult to replace. And then we have to play a little bit different, a little bit smarter, even if we stick to the basic way of playing, of course. But the interesting thing now is, should you balance the team a little bit more defensively or offensively when he is out? And we wait and see now before we make any definite decision, as we can have a friendly now and see what Slovenia is doing also. They have some new players coming into the squad. So, but that's an interesting challenge. I always say that balancing the team in the right way is always one of the most interesting things of being a coach.
But you have to make some tactic changes because of his role in the midfield.
Yeah, of course. I mean, as I said, we don't have anyone that are exactly like him. So, but you have always that problem if someone is missing. I mean, we had Kari suspended for 2 matches now, but of course it's a little bit easier to replace the central defender, with all respect to them, than Gylfi. So we have to think about that, what play we should choose instead on playing on the midfield. And it also means that you change maybe a couple of midfielders because you want them to take a small part of Gylfi's skills in 2 players instead of only 1.
The table, the second place right now, do you feel there's some pressure from the maybe Icelandic supporters and the nation that we should actually go to the final competition from now?
Yeah, I mean, if we are in the second spot, I mean, if we stay there, we are at least in playoffs. So I would be surprised if not the expectations are rising in Iceland, because you always want your team to go well and win matches. Then if it's realistic or not, you can always discuss that. But I think it's positive that people expect a lot from us, and hopefully that raising the interest for the matches, so we have a full house and they can support us, because that means a lot too. But at the same time, it's a risk, as I said at the press conference. We have to handle this so the players don't think, or myself or the staff think, that we are very good, so we don't do the job when it comes to the game. But I can promise you we will prepare ourselves for really doing the job here on the 7th of June, so we can do one of our best matches ever.
One final question. You're dealing with a strange issue as such with the Aron, have to choosing from Iceland or the USA. How are you dealing with this issue?
Yeah, I talked to him, of course. I talked to him several times. Last time I talked to him was before we picked the squad, and to make it short, we had a rather long discussion, and I mean, he's a sensible guy to speak to, and he says he still wants to wait to make the final decision if he should play with the US or Iceland. And I, of course, tried to put out the advantages I thought it was to play with Iceland, but he still wants to do it, and you have to respect that if a person have 2 choices in life, it must be up to him, even if I hope that he will pick Iceland. And I think also it would be better for him to pick Iceland than the States, but that's my opinion.
Is there any time limit when you want an answer, final answer from him?
No, of course not. I mean, it must be up to him, and until he is ready to take that, I mean, he can't play in a national team, because the one he chooses now, he has to stay there for the rest of his life, so his playing career. So I just have to wait and see. I mean, I can't do anything more then try to. But I will call him again and talk to him now and then and see how he's thinking and what he's doing and if I can help in any way.